Hi, Vanessa here. In this video we are going to make this open work ripple stitch. Okay. And it's just a 2-row repeat, and you can see on the edge here it's also wavy right here. Let's talk about the materials that you'll need. Okay, so this is Lion Brand's cotton, and this is the color Stained Glass. Okay, so I'll be using this in the tutorial, and that's what I used in this piece here. This is a project that I'm working on for spring. Okay, and I'm going to be using a size K 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. You can use whatever yarn and crochet hook you like. I'm going to be using a tape measure because the way the stitches are, you are going to need, if you want a specific size, you are going to need to make a gauge swatch. Most of my videos and patterns, I tell you to chain as many stitches as the length or width that you want. And in most cases, that works, but in stitches like this, it's not going to work because this isn't straight, okay? So the number of stitches here doesn't actually measure that length, because if you stretch it out, if it was flat, it'd be much longer. Okay, and then a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. This pattern is worked in multiples of 20 stitches, and so I'm not going to actually make the gauge swatch. So this here, one of this is 20 stitches. Okay, so that's 20 and that's 20. So right there is 40 stitches. And what you're going to do is measure to see what your gauge is. So here I have 4 inches. Okay, so right here and right there, that's 20 stitches. So I'm going to put, this is a decrease stitch, so I'm going to put this right in the middle. There's 5 stitches here, so I'm going to place it where it shows 3 stitches. Okay, I'm going to slide it down because I have to count in this direction because the stitches go this way. Okay. So there's 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then this space is a stitch. Okay. So there's a stitch in each of these spaces, and then there's a decrease here. Okay, so there's 5 stitches here, and then 1 here, another 1 here, and then we have 1 here. Okay, so that's where we're going to count for our 4 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 18 stitches for 4 inch. Okay, so you're going to calculate how many stitches per inch. We measured that 18 stitches equals 4 inches. Okay, so you're going to divide the 18 by 4 and you get 4.5 stitches. And let's say that's per inch. And let's say you want a 60-inch length. You're going to multiply that by the stitches per inch, okay? And that's going to equal 270. And so 270 chains is what you need to chain at the beginning to get 60 inches. However, this pattern is in multiples of 20 stitches. So if we take the 270 and divide it by 20, it's 13.5. which isn't going to work. So we're going to take 13, multiply that by 20, you will get 260 stitches. So, and if you take the 260 and multiply that by the stitches per inch, okay, and this comes up to about 57 inches. If you can live with 57 inches, then you will go ahead and chain 260. If you want it longer, you're going to have to multiply 14 by 20, and then you'll get a larger, a longer length, more than 60. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so start with a slip knot, holding your tail end. Wrap your working yarn around your fingers and over the tail end. Insert your hook into the loop, grab the working yarn and pull it through, and then pull to tighten. Okay, this one will tighten, the tail will loosen your stitch. Okay, so I'm going to chain 40. Okay, so you're going to chain 3 more, so it's multiples of 20 plus 3. So I have 40 here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you want to start by working a double crochet 2 together, and you're going to work that into the 4th and 5th chain from the hook. This chain here does not count as a stitch, so this loop around your hook does not count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What I like to do is put my finger right before the stitch that I want to work into. In this case, there's 2, just so that I don't lose my spot and work into the wrong chain stitch. So to work a double crochet 2 together, you're going to yarn over into the 4th chain first, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're not going to complete this double crochet stitch. We're going to work right into the next one, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Okay, so we've worked a double crochet 2 together. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next, and we're going to do that 3 times. Yarn over, insert your hook into that second stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, that's once. Again, you chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Yarn over into the next chain stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, that's twice. One more time, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next, yarn over into that second stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so now we're going to work a 5-stitch increase. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then in the next one we're going to work 5 double crochet stitches. Okay, so right into that next one, there's 1, into the same stitch, there's 2, into the same stitch again, 3. So you want to work a total of 5, 4, okay, and last double crochet stitch, 5. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to repeat this section here with the 3 double crochets with the chain 1 space in between. So chain 1 after you work your 5 double crochet stitch, skip 1, yarn over into the next stitch and work your double crochet stitch. Okay, that's 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, so now we're going to work a decrease. So when you're working an increase, it brings the work up like that, or it bends it in this direction. So now we're going to work a decrease over 5 stitches, and that's going to make your work go back up the other direction. So that is the ripple effect. So we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then over the next 5 stitches, these are the 5 stitches that I'm going to work the double crochet 5 together. Okay, so that's the first one because I'm skipping 1, and then into the next one, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so we never complete the double crochet stitch. We're going to yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so we've worked 2 so far. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's 3. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's 4. So we have 1 more left. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so we've worked 5 stitches, and we should have, or you should have, 6 loops on your hook. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Okay, we're now going to repeat the 3 stitches here with the chain 1 space, and then increase 3 double crochets with the chain 1, and then decrease. That's the repeat. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, skip that next one, 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, so if you ever get lost, just make sure that there's 3 double crochet stitches between your increase and your decrease. Okay, we're ready for another increase. We're going to chain 1, skip 1, and work 5 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I have only 40 stitches, which is repeated twice. The repeat starts at chain 1, 1 double crochet, and it ends up at the 5 double crochets here, so the double crochet 5 together. And you're going to repeat that until the last decrease, and then you'll have 18 stitches left. You're going to repeat half of that repeat section, so you're going back up to the increase. Okay, and then that's where it changes down here. Okay, we're going to work the 3 double crochets with the chain 1 space. So chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, so you should end up with 4 stitches left. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work 3 double crochets together, so double crochet 3 together. So you skip this one and you work over the last 3 stitches. So to work a double crochet 3 together, you want to yarn over, insert your hook into that first one of the 3, and then yarn over, pull through 2, okay, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Last stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So with 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. Okay, so the double crochet 3 together matches this. I know we worked a double crochet 2 together, but this chain stitch here counts as a double crochet. So there's 3 stitches there and 3 stitches there. So that was your foundation. To start row 1, you're just going to chain 1 and turn, and then right into the same stitch right on top of this decrease, you want to work 1 single crochet. Insert your hook right there on the top, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so into the space here, 1 single crochet, into the next stitch, 1 single crochet. Okay, so you're just working 1 single crochet in every stitch and every chain 1 space. Okay, so here I'm getting close to the increase stitch here. Okay, I'm just going to work 1 single crochet in each of the 5 stitches. Okay, chain 1 space, next stitch is a double crochet stitch into the chain 1 space, okay. So for the decrease, the stitch is right there, just 1 stitch in the decrease, chain 1 space, next stitch, chain 1 space, into the next stitch, and into the next chain 1 space. So just repeat all the way across. Okay, I'm at the end, and this is the decrease stitch here in the end. I'm going to work 1 single crochet right on top of that little cluster of decrease. Okay, so that's row 1. Now we're going to work row 2. Okay, so chain 3 and turn your work. I highly recommend the chainless double crochet stitch, which will give it a nicer edge. Okay, so that will count as your double crochet stitch. And you're going to go right into decreasing just like you did down here. So 2 double crochet 2 together into the second and third stitch. This one counts as a stitch for the chain 3, so don't work into that one. You're going to work into the next 2 stitches. Okay, so yarn over into the next stitch and don't complete your double crochet, work into the next stitch. Okay, and then you want to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so we have this section here. This is the start of the repeat. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, so to double check myself, I like to make sure that my double crochets are right on top of the one below. Otherwise, you've worked into the wrong stitch. Okay, so now we're going to work our increase. Chain 1, skip 1, and then into the next one we're working 5 double crochet stitches, just like in the foundation row. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, So now we're going to work down in this direction. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, so now we're ready to work the decrease over 5 stitches, and we're going to skip 1 and then work our 5 decrease stitches in the next 5 stitches. Okay, so I'll show you again how to work the decrease. Chain 1, yarn over, we're going to skip the next, yarning over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So we're going to do that 4 more times. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So we have 3 so far. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over into the last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so now we have 5 and 6 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over and pull through all 6. Okay, so chain 1, we're starting the repeat again. So now I'm going to skip 1 and 1 double crochet into the next. So I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, so now I'm ready for my increase. Chain 1, skip 1, and then 5 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, so 4 stitches left. We're going to work the double crochet 3 together. We're going to skip 1 and then work over the last 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, yarn over into the next one, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. With 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. Okay. Okay guys, that is pretty much it. You're going to repeat rows 1, which is chain 1, work your single crochets all the way across into every stitch and every chain 1 space. Then you're going to turn your work and work row 2, which is the row that you actually work your increase and decreases to get the shape of the ripple. Okay. So you're just going to repeat that until you're happy with your size. Okay, so one of the most common mistake that I kept making while working on my project was missing one of the single crochet stitches in row 1. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So I've just worked double crochet 5 together. I'm going to chain 1 and then start my repeat. Skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, so at this point, if I check my work, I'm going to see that my double crochet stitches are now in between the ones below. As I mentioned earlier, that they should be right on top of each other. I mean, this one's going to be over this one. However, the other two should be on top of each other. So right here, it's not. So most of the time it's because I missed a single crochet stitch on the previous row. So let me show you where that's happening. Okay, so when I worked my single crochets, I worked one in here, okay, into the chain one space. I worked one here into the double crochet stitch, and then I missed this spot here, so the chain one space, and I did that a lot. And then I missed this one, and I placed one right on top of the decrease, and then I didn't miss this chain one space, so I'm missing a stitch here. So instead of pulling your stitches back, and if it really bothers you, you can frog back to that spot and fix it. For this one, it's not that many stitches, but if you're working on a big piece, it is a lot to frog. And if you don't keep an eye on your work, you may find an error somewhere further down. But typically you'll see it right away because the stitches don't add up. So what I do to avoid frogging is I'm going to work my decrease a little different. And this is only if you want to work it this way, trying to fix that issue I just showed you. So I'm skipping one, and then instead of working into the 5 stitches, I'm just going to work into 4. But I'm still working 5 double crochet stitches. Let me just show you. Skip one. So I'm going to yarn over into the first 4, just like I showed you previously. Okay. Okay, so there's 4. If I continue to the 5th one, it's not going to line up. So what I'm going to do is work the 5th one into the same stitch as the 4th one. So I'm going to yarn over right into the same one, same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 6. And the reason why I still continue to work the 5 is because I still want the fullness and the look of 5 stitches versus if I were to just work 4. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps if you screw up like I do. Okay, so you can't really tell what happened here with my screw up. So this one was 100 stitches. So I did in multiples of 20 for 100. And when I completed it, I did go along the edge and worked single crochet stitches. You can do that if you'd like. Okay, so I just went around my whole piece with just 1 row of single crochet stitches. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. See you next time.